All right, thank you very much, Janice. I know a lot of people this time of year, you want to give your money to charity, and there's a way to do it to actually help both. Help the charity and help your bottom line as well. Stewart Welch from the Welch Group joins us with some strategies to do that. Good to see you this morning. One of these is real interesting. So talk about smart giving strategy number one. I have never heard this before.
So a lot of people, this is the time of year where people give money to charities.
Sure.
It's their biggest season. So a lot of people just write them a check. So instead of writing them a check, and the stock market's been on a huge tear. So if you have stocks that you have a big gain in, let's say $10,000, you got a really big gain in it, you give them the stock, and then you use the $10,000 that you would have written them a check for and buy that stock back. So the difference is you have the same number of shares of stock, but now that stock has a cost basis equal to the market value. If you sold it the next day, you'd have no tax. So what you've really done is give away the tax.
And gave away the tax burden as well. And
That's
also
exactly
and
right.
the charity's benefiting as well.
And the charity sells that they don't have to pay taxes.
Gotcha, okay. All right, so smart giving strategy number two.
This is my favorite. Now, I strive to give away 10% of my income, but I don't always know exactly what charities I want to make the gifts to. So what I'll do is I'll set up a donor advised fund.
Donor advised fund,
in Birmingham, you've got the Community Foundation of Greater Birmingham. So you put the money there, you immediately get the tax deduction. And then the donor advised fund allows you to parcel that money out to the charities over any time period.
Oh, okay.
So I get the tax deduction now, and I decide exactly what charities later.
Okay, so you get the tax deduction, but the money's kind of holding there until you decide where you want it all to be dispersed.
That's exactly right.
Okay, cool. All right, so strategy number three now. This is going to apply to somebody who's 70 or older, right?
70 and a half.
70
so this one's a little more complicated. We'll put this on your website, but RMD, you know if you're 70 and a half and you have a retirement account, you have to take required minimum distributions.
Right.
Well, what you can do, there's a rule that allows you to give that distribution directly to the charity instead of you writing checks. And there's some significant potential significant tax advantage associated with that. And I'm going to say get with your CPA on that one.
All right, and then strategy number four, and this is focusing on better gift giving at your death.
Yeah, so wills, a lot of people have a specific bequest. I'm going to give $10,000 to my church, and they write that in their will. Instead of that, a better way to do it is through your IRA. Because ultimately the children, let's say, inherit the money. Would a child rather inherit an IRA that in order to get the money out they have a tax problem, or would they rather have cash with no tax problem? The charity doesn't care, so use the IRA. It's a very simple thing to do. You just change the beneficiary and make a portion of your beneficiary to the charity, and the rest of it can go to whoever you want, for example, your children.
All right, some great strategies here this morning from Stewart Welch. Stewart, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike.